Self-criticism doesn't help you grow. Exactly the opposite. It is holding you back. Hi, I'm Rakefet Arya Becker-Moses. I'm co-creator with Yara Aliyah, my sister, in LifeBloom, a community for women that want to be happy in life because we're doing so much. So we need to be happy. We need to feel whole. We need to feel at ease. We need to be calm. This is what we are here for, real life, real talk. So today we're going to talk about the real truth about self-criticism and why it's not helping you grow. Exactly the opposite, it's holding you back. Let's start. Why are you so hard on yourself? Why are we women so hard on ourselves? Why we're doing so much, we're doing so good, we're giving so much from ourselves. Why are we so hard on ourselves? Well, first of all, to be honest, social media, what we see on social media is that everyone is happy and they're having their pictures in a vacation and their kids are so organized and so amazing. They're so great and just doing so well and so good grades, And we see commercials where we see their women in very good shape and the right size. And well, let's be honest, most of us are not like that. Most of us are holding a lot of balls in the air. We're juggling. And I know for myself, I have 4 kids, God bless them. And, it's taking care of all of it and taking care of the house and going to take them to friends and, all the afternoon exercise and taking care of myself and my relationship with my husband, relationship with my friends and family. And well, life is good, but life is a lot at the same time. So why put such high standards? Because this is what we see outside. And when we put this high standards, when we're looking at others, we might think that they are doing better than us. But the truth is, we don't really know. I mean, if you're in a relationship, does anyone truly know 100% what is going on in your relationship? Well, someone can see from the side you hugging your husband. Does he know that you had a fight at home? Or maybe you look so happy, but does he know that you're struggling financially? No, because this is not the kind of thing that people talk about. And if they do, they talk it to a close friend. And also, if I'm talking to a close friend, she hears only my side. She doesn't hear his side. She doesn't know what is really going on. And even if she does, she loves me more because she's my friend. So she probably is on my side. So we need to remember that we have very high standards because this is what we see outside, and we compare ourselves to that standard without really knowing if they are right, if they're actually, this is the way they live. And you know what, even if they are rich and famous and happy and in the right shape and so in love, so what? It doesn't mean that it fits me. I remember a few years ago, I was in a workshop and I saw a couple there. They looked so in love, and I really had to ask them about how can they be so in love. They have 4 kids as well. We were there, and back then I had only 2, and I asked them, and they told me they have an open relationship, and it makes them feel more sexy, and they kind of well, it's an open relationship, okay? So you understand what I mean. And I thought about it and I said, well, it doesn't fit me, not at that time in life, still not, but okay, it's good for them. And that's amazing. That's good for them. Okay, great for you, great. So they said, yes, we're so in love because we let ourselves go to see others as well. So we come back to one another and we feel, I don't know what exactly, but they said, well, you understand. So I thought about it and I said, that's good. It's worked for them, but it's not right for me. So looking at them from the side and think, wow, they're so in love. I want to be there too. That's not the right thought, because I don't want to be there too. I don't want to do that. Not at that time in my life. I don't think it's right for me. It's right for them. And that's amazing that they found what is right for them. So comparing myself to what I see in other relationship, in other people's life, I go to someone else. I went to a friend's house and I told her, wow, you have 3 kids and your house is really organized. And she said, yeah, right now because I know that you're coming. But if you'll open that door, you will see the real mess that was just a few minutes ago in my living room. And I told her I have to look, and I opened the door and it was such a mess there. And there was shoes and a basketball and really a lot of mess under the kids' packet from school, backpack. And she told me, you see the mess there? Okay, close the door. And I'm only letting you see it because you're a good friend, you're a close friend of mine. And I laughed at it with her because I said, for a minute there, I thought, oh my God, her house is so organized. Why my house is not? And then it made me think about, why am I comparing myself? It doesn't matter. And here it is. The mess is there, just in a different room. So it's really funny that I even thought that comparison, that I even did that comparison. So when we put in ourselves really high standard and we are comparing ourselves with others, it's just a recipe for failure, because we're gonna feel, obviously we're gonna judge ourselves, we're gonna feel bad that we couldn't stand that standard. So how about making the standards fit to our life? Okay, so okay, I need to work in the morning. I have my kids at home because it's the summer vacation. I have a baby as well. So at noon, after we eat lunch, I'm not going to clean the dishes. I'm going to do it in the evening because then I have the time. Because at noon, I want to do different things with my kids, or I want to rest, or I need to go back to work. So I'm not going to do that. And I know someone might walk into my house at, I don't know, maybe just after lunch and say, oh my God, what a mess you have in the kitchen. Yeah, I do. But that's because I'm human, and that's because I have kids, and that's because we eat. So good for us that we have food, and good for me that I have kids, and I have a house, and I have a mess, and I have food to give them. That's amazing. So I'm lowering my standards, not really lowering, you know what? I just fit them to me, to life, to myself, to what is really going on in my life, what I can stand up to. And then it's okay. It's okay because I know I can get there, okay? So I'm not putting higher standard at this moment. I do that in certain things in life, okay? So let's say at work, I'm gonna put a higher standard because this is what I want to grow. This is where I want to succeed. This is the things that I don't want to stay in the same place. But at things that are related to the house, I'm gonna lower my standards for this, that I'm not gonna do. Put on a washing machine every day. I won't have the laundry every day put back in the closet. No, it's gonna stay there in that room of the laundry room, and I'm gonna do it twice a week or once a week, or I'm gonna bring someone and I'll pay someone to do it for me. But at my work, I do want to raise my standards, and doing things with my kids, this is where I put my standards and get them a little bit higher because I want to be better at it, but still just a little bit, so I won't feel frustrated when I won't be able to do that. And if I'm not able to stand to this higher standard, I remind myself to be compassionate about it, because it's okay. It's okay. This is what life is. And judging ourselves is really not helping us. It's taking our energy. If we think, sometimes we think, if I'll be tough with myself, I'm gonna get better. No. You're gonna take all your energy. You won't have the strength to get better. Trust me. If you'll be easy on yourself, you'll be proud of yourself for each small success that you have, this is where you'll get better, because it's gonna give you energy, okay? So holding yourself to impossible standards is really punishing you, okay? It's really, really tough. It's really not meeting with who you really are. So remember that. It's not what you want you want to grow. If you want to grow, give yourself a standard you can stand up to. Feel good at that standard. Praise yourself for it. Be happy that you were able to stand that standard, and then raise it just a little bit so you'll get also good results. Okay, you know how when you tell your kids you want them to feel good with themselves, you want them to know that they can succeed, so you don't put high standards so high that they cannot stand them, because then they will be frustrated and they will think that they are a failure. No, you give them some thing that they can do, so you will be proud of them and you'll tell them, you are amazing, you did it, even though it might be easy for them. And they might tell you, my son is learning mathematics and he says, Mom, give me exercise, tell me how to multiply things. So I told him something that I know that he know how to answer. I told him 3 multiply 3, how much is it? And he said, immediately he said 9, and I said, yay, amazing. And he said, that was easy. And he said, I'm so smart, that was easy, give me a harder one. And I did. And I raised that questions, the level, just a little bit each time, so I know that he can answer it correctly, because I wanted him to feel good and proud of himself and know that he have good self-esteem and that he is smart. So this is what we need to do for ourselves as well. So instead of judging ourselves, we're going to put standards that we can stand to, and at the same time we're going to raise it just a little bit each time. Now, if we have put high standards and we cannot stand them, instead of judging ourselves, let's look at it. Let's look at it and ask the right questions. Why? Why I couldn't stand them? Were they too high? Was there something holding me back? Is there a belief that I have there? What did I feel? What did I truly feel when I didn't stand to the standards? Because it's important. This reflection is important. And what is going to help me next time that I'm going to feel these emotions? How can I be on my side when I'm not perfect? Because we're not, okay? We are as perfect as possible at each moment. This is something I tell myself a lot. I'm as perfect as possible in this specific moment. Only in this moment. You know why? Because at this moment, I might woke up 10 times at night because my baby was crying and I don't have any energy to do anything at all. So I go and I don't clean anything at my kitchen. I just prepare myself my morning shake and I tell myself, it's amazing that you had enough energy to make your morning shake and not to go to something else. Maybe, a comforting eating. That you didn't choose comforting eating. You chose to make yourself the shake. You had enough energy in you, although you woke up 10 times at night. So instead of being harsh, I'm telling myself the good things that I stood up to, the things that I did. And I remind myself, you are the best that you can be in this specific moment. Say it with me. I am the best that I can be in this specific moment. I am perfect as I can be in this specific moment. It's very important. Only this moment, because tomorrow I might sleep better and I might have a lot more energy and I might be amazing. And today I'm amazing too, because I did what I could. And this is so much better than self-criticism, just lowering our energy and taking all of it with criticizing ourselves. You really want to grow? You really want to help yourself grow? Look at your standards and see if there are things that you can stand up to. If not, change them. It's not going to hold you back. No, it's going to give you good feeling. And when you're in good feeling, your energy is high. And when your energy is high, you can higher your standards. Just a little bit. You will stand them as well. And then the next day, you're going to higher them just a little bit. And you see that small steps are taking us big steps eventually, because we are keep on going. Just keep on walking, keep on going, and you'll grow, even though it might be small steps. Because every step and one more, it's going to be a great jump for you. So I'm waiting to hear how this video made you feel, especially if you're a perfectionist, and what are you taking with you to your life. I'm waiting to read your comments and share this video with the people that really need to listen and to embrace it to their life. With all the love, see you soon. Bye.